Good morning, good morning, good morning, community on the West Coast. Good afternoon to the East Coast. How are you? Well, I just called it Friday Freedom. You know how have you ever been in that kind of situation where, okay, which should I do it this way? Somebody's doing something and it just bugs you. It just bugs you, bugs you, bugs you, what they're doing. And you know you really can't say anything because all that's going to do is add to the situation. So, and then I thought about it. I'm like, it's really kind of like what's happening in the world with the mask. So, morning. So I stayed in bed this morning. I got up for you guys because I thought I'd get up every morning, 6:30, take a walk, 4 miles, 2 miles, go, 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 go. And then I realized at one point, when I took a day off and I got ready to do my 4 miles the next day, it was easy. My body had kind of rested, something about that heel. So today I thought, okay, I'm just going to stay in bed. Let me see if I can do it. Can you do it? Can you do it? I did it until now. And I thought, okay, I have a reason to get up. Let me go talk to my peeps. See how y'all doing. So what was driving me crazy though was my son believes that he works better under pressure. And it annoys me because he's training himself that way. So what that means is, let me move. I don't know if you can even hear me. So what that means is if he has a test or something, like 2 hours before it, he starts studying. Now I'm like, you've got to be kidding me, right? So I'm in my room because I would have started studying like 2 days ago, right? I'd had my sheets all ready, something to look at. Everything would have been done for me. But he didn't do it that way. So I'm in the room just holding my mouth and my everything. Saying, don't you say anything. Don't you say anything. Let him do it his way. Let him do it his way. But I'm like, his way isn't going to work. You can't always wait until the last minute to prepare for your final exam for AP classes. But I stay. And then finally, when the time came to be with you guys, I was like, okay, let me get up out of here. And then I thought, you know what? It's really kind of like the mask. There was a scenario that I briefly read on the internet of an altercation, I believe, that happened at one of the Costco's out here. I'm in California, Pasadena. And from what I could get from the gist of it was that a gentleman was attempting to enter the store without his mask. And I guess one of the other customers or one of the employees stopped him. And I'm not sure what happened and how it all came about, but I know in the end, the man didn't go into Costco. And I thought that's the way it is in the world so much right now. People seem to be doing things that you don't want them to do, that you don't like that they're doing. And then how do you hold to your judgment, your criticism, to realize that they may just have to do it their way, even though it's not your way. And even though you really don't agree with it, they may have to do it their way. So that's why I said today is Friday Freedom. People can go do whatever they want to this weekend, I guess. It will be your choice. You're going to choose, which I think is wonderful to put the power back into each of our hands to consciously decide what you're going to do with your life now. Gavin Newsom said something the other day, which I thought was so clear, but maybe everybody didn't know that. He said you could always leave home. You didn't have to stay at home. It was recommended, though, for the best of all of us that we stayed home. And it is now prescribed, I guess, that we all intentionally wear masks. And I'm out this morning. I know I don't have my mask and I'm late, so I really need to go and get my mask because I usually exercise around 7 when nobody's out here. So now you can leave. I was amazed that in Atlanta, young people lined up to get Jordan shoes. No mask, no 6 feet distancing, nothing. Then I saw where someone had mentioned to me that at a famous footwear, is that the name of the store? That people were lined up, that they didn't expect as many people as they did. They had like triple the amount of people and they were buying shoes. I'm like, what's up with buying shoes? It's like the toilet paper. But there again, people are doing what they feel like they need to do to be okay. And how do we find a place to be okay with what they're doing? Not get upset, not get mad, not yell and scream, but be okay with what they're doing. And ultimately, it means that you're going to have to make a choice. You have to make a choice for you, for yourself, and for your family. You have to make that choice. Now, we may take a drive, but I'm going to drive in the completely opposite direction of where all the people are. There's no way I'm going to Malibu. There's no way I'm going to Santa Monica beaches this weekend. I don't care if it's 99 degrees in Pasadena, California, or Malibu, or wherever. Why would I go where the crowds are? So you get to choose your freedom. You can't blame it on the government. You can't blame it on your governor, whoever that is. You get to decide now. You wanted it. You wanted to be able to decide. You didn't want people telling you what to do, where to go, how to do it. Now you decide. But remember, the decisions we make now are not just for ourselves. The decisions we make now, oh yeah, my allergies are driving me crazy. The decisions we make now will impact others. So this is probably one of the biggest opportunities that we have on this planet as people to think about others. And honestly, I have to say, we don't do that well. And it's not necessarily our fault. We've been trained in America to basically do this, 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 and this. They've almost, is there a word roboticized? It's almost like they put us on a system that's like we're robots. You get up, you go here, you do this, you do that, you do this, you do this, you come home. And that's it. And because of the way it's been set up, you really didn't have to think about anybody else because everybody was pretty much doing the same thing. Well, now, I would say now, you have people just doing whatever they want to do. So it becomes imperative for you to decide, really before you even walk out your door or get in your car, where are you going? How come you're going there? What is it that you need? And how will it impact others? That now has to be one of our considerations. How does it impact others? We can't keep walking around the world acting like we don't have neighbors next door to us or even in other countries. How is what I'm doing going to impact someone else? How is what I'm getting ready to do going to impact myself and my family, my children, or my neighbors? So as you see, I left the house, came out for a walk to talk to you. My son's in there with his papers everywhere, and the teacher's on the phone or on the iPad, and she's doing roll call for all the students because the class cheated the other day on a quiz. And she didn't catch everybody. She caught a few people, but she knows her students are cheating. So now she wants to make sure she sees their face. They've got to be on their computer. She's like, do not screenshot your face for me. I want to see you. I want to see you writing and doing your work. But that's the natural consequence for the action. So what will be the natural consequence for the actions that you choose to take over this holiday weekend? What will be the natural consequences in your life, in your family, in your community, and now in the world based on the decisions that you make? And I get that some people say, I don't care about the world. I don't care about anybody else. I just take care of myself. And we do have people in the world like that. So how do you make yourself at peace with that? Like I said with my son when we started, somebody doing something that you don't do, that you don't think is the best way to do it. And there's a part of you that wants to say, could you stop doing that? Or don't you do that? But you know you have to give them the space to kind of figure it out on their own. And I know, you're like, Jenenne, they're trying to figure out if we're going to stay alive or not based on if they sneeze on us and they spread their germs and we all get sick. But you have a choice to decide where you're going to be, what you're going to do or not do. Because in the safety of your home, no one's going to bother you. In the safety of your backyards, no one's going to bother you, except for you with each other. And you guys have been with each other all this time, so it should be fine. But that's it. You want to choose, so now you choose. Now you choose what you're going to do, how you're going to manage people who are doing things different than you, and then still have the peacefulness in your house and in your heart and in your life. Because while they're opening up some of the restaurants, I haven't figured out how that's going to work. Are they going to let us in a few at a time and have us the chairs and tables 6 feet apart? So the restaurants are open. I think the barbers are open now, making appointments. What else? I don't know if the salons are open or not for women. I'm figuring out how they're going to do that one either. My neighbor's got one of those bikes, looks like a Peloton. So those are the things that you get to decide. How do you celebrate this holiday, Memorial Day? He runs every morning. How do you celebrate this holiday, Memorial Day, in a way that's safe for you, safe for your family and your friends? Now, we haven't even gotten to the point where I want to say staff is going back to work because we can't get people back in the state, federal, and county government until we take care of the children. because they can't go to work and leave the kids at home, because then DCS would want to come take the kids and say you're not supervising them. So there are places where we are truly in catch-22s. I don't even know if they've sanitized all the state, county, and federal government buildings. And once people get in there every day, do they sanitize it every evening after everybody leaves? Because people will have coughed, they will have sneezed, they will have done everything during the course of the day. So whether we like it or not, we really have to allow this to be a process that unfolds slowly, and hopefully it'll be gracefully, if we do our part, if we're graceful in the process. The other piece about this that I wanted to touch on for just a moment is this word uncertainty. There's a lot of people talking about what's going to be uncertain. This is uncertain. This is uncertain. And I guess I was just saying that when I was saying that we don't know what's going to happen. We don't know when we're going to get workers back to work. So there is some uncertainty. But quite frankly, we live with uncertainty every day. We just think it's certain because we have what we call a routine. Every morning we wake up, we don't know what's going to happen. Ooh, all the dog people are out. I need to get back home. Every morning we wake up, we don't know what's going to happen. A bomb could fall on us. You know, the sky could fall on us. We're just 100% sure that the universe won't do that. People could start shooting. People could start fighting. Anything could happen. The only thing that made life seem certain was your routine. Think about it. What else made it certain for you? Oh, was it the fact that the sky was up there, the sun comes up every day, the trees are around, the birds are singing? Those things are certain, which says to you, okay, God, life, and the universe is pretty certain on showing up every single day. But what about you showing up for you showing up for others? Let me go in the street so I don't have a mask on. You showing up for yourself and for the world. It's a bigger responsibility we have now. Not just us, not just ourselves, not just our family. It's a bigger responsibility. So I don't think of it so much as being uncertain. I'm like, what made it certain for you? And you have to answer that question for yourself. I think because of the way my life has been and having to move here and moving there and living with this person and things like that, uncertainty is something I guess I'm kind of comfortable with. But before this, what made life certain? Your job, that you had a routine, right? You had a schedule, you had someplace to go, and you knew what you were going to do. So the fact that you don't know, is that what makes it uncertain? Because, you know, we have to know everything. The universe really needs to check things out with us before they make decisions about what's going to happen. Otherwise, they're leaving us out the loop. But what made it certain for you? And I don't think it helps that the media just keeps bombarding you. It's unprecedented times. It's uncertain. Well, that's enough to scare the trees, let alone us. So maybe you can look at how you want to reframe that. Or maybe you want to look at how you want to redefine certain. What will make it certain for you? What will make it, and what's making it uncertain? What's going to give you, I guess, a better sense of, oh, there's Dad. How you doing? Good morning. Have a good day. What's going to make it feel more certain for you? Is it that you have a structure in your house? If you have something that you particularly do every single day that gives you some boundaries and some structure that makes you feel like, okay, I know what I'm doing, or what? Because that's the interesting part about this whole experience. We had all these thoughts and things in place that made us feel certain ways. And now that we don't have them, what? You feel a different way? So it means your job made you feel certain. Going to work made everybody feel certain, I guess. What makes you feel certain, and what is so uncertain about these times? I know, you're like, well, Jenenne, we don't know if we're all going to go back to our jobs. Trust me, you're going back to your jobs. America can't run without you. Now, if all of you will go back, that's an interesting question. But I'm confident that you'll be going back to your jobs. There's too much that this country is trying to do that it can't even do because of those circumstances. So they will need you to go back to work. When is a good question. That is true. And how you'll have to work and what your hours will be when that time comes, that's true. We don't know. But I want you to hang your hat on certainty a different kind of way. I don't want you to have your certainty anchored outside of you. I want you to have your certainty anchored inside so that no matter what happens out here, your inside stays stable. Your inside continues to just do what it always does. When you've been in the midst of the storms in the past, and I know they didn't last from March, April, May, and June. They didn't last for 4 months, but some of them did. Breakups, divorces, disagreements, they last for months. So when you've been in those situations in the past, how did you support yourself? What did you say to yourself? What was the conversation what was the conversation you were having with yourself? Because you've got to be your biggest cheerleader at this point. And we also can't go around the world shooting everybody and fighting with everybody because they don't have on a mask. I don't have it on a mask. I go into the middle of the street. I have it here, usually that little blue thing, but I forgot it this morning because I wasn't going to go work out. And I forgot it because I was later than I am and all these people are out here. So I go in the middle of the street. I'm not going to be near anybody. I have allergies now. My nose is bothering me, so I don't want anybody to get nervous about it's a cold. No, it's allergies. This is allergy season in California. So you got to define for you what gives you that sense of certainty. And hopefully you can anchor it into something or onto something inside you. So that no matter where this world goes up, this world goes down, this world goes around, you can stand straight and tall in your certainty. And whatever it is that gives you certainty, anchor yourself in that. It's inside you. It's not outside you. Because the outside landscape is going to keep changing. You got to know that. So if you have a hard time with change, take a deep breath. Your anxiety, I know about anxiety, will keep you spinning and spinning with a lot of scenarios and a lot of questions. So you got to shut your anxiety down. Because I'm telling you, the outside landscape is going to change. The trees change. Everything changes every day. We don't have the exact same day every day. So changes are going to happen. It's just a matter of how well can you stay centered inside of you. How well can you stay certain inside of you that in the end you're going to be okay. That's what the focus becomes. In the end, you're going to be okay. No matter what's happening in the world, no matter what they're doing, you're going to be okay. So it's Friday freedom. You just feel right ahead to go on out there if you want to. Stay home if you want to. The choice is up to you. You today get to choose what your freedom will look like, knowing that whatever choices we make over these next few days will impact our future. It's going to impact our lives, our freedom, our joy, our happiness, our understanding. What do I want to say? They have to throw the net wider. We have to throw the net wider because in our considerations, it's not just considering ourselves and our children and our family and the people next door to us on each side. Now we have to consider the people 4 or 5 blocks over, several states over, continents over, because we're all really in this together at different levels. So let's see what happens. I hope you guys have a great weekend. I'm chilling today. Morning. Tomorrow we may take a ride to Palm Springs, Santa Barbara, just because we haven't been there. You can drive anywhere. That's the whole thing. You can drive anywhere. You don't have to feel like you're stuck in your house. Oh my God, I can't go anywhere. Get in your car and drive. I hear gas is like $1.87. When was the last time we saw that? Get in your car and drive. Take your food with you. Go somewhere where there's not a lot of people. Have a nice family picnic or something like that if you want to. Sit by the beach where there's not a lot of people. And then go on back home. So there's still ways for you to enjoy this time and to enjoy the experience of, I want to say fellowshipping with family, not so much with friends maybe, but you could do friends. I thought about having a Memorial Day get together and put food in the middle of the circle and chairs 6 feet around and music playing and let everybody yell at each other and talk to each other that way. But I also felt like, I don't feel like doing all that. So this your freedom. What you going to do with it? Hashtag replay. Let me know what state you're in. Hashtag replay. Say, I am going to what? Stay home, go to the beach, go to the park, go. I was going to say go to the movies, but I don't think the theaters are open yet. Go buy some food and barbecue at home. What will it be? Hashtag replay. My certainty is anchored in what? What is in the universe? Mine is anchored in that power and presence that keeps making these absolutely beautiful flowers blossom around. Fragrance. That's just, is in that presence which keeps the sky up there, that keeps the planets all rotating effortlessly so they don't all run into each other and collide, that has naked. That's where I put my certainty in. The power to do. Have an incredible weekend. You got Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. Let me know what you're going to do. Best for those next to you and around you. It won't be just you. It'll really be what's to the benefit of everyone. So have a great day. I don't know if I'm going back in or I'm going to keep on walking. But you have a great day, great weekend. Let me know. Hashtag replay. Let me know what state you're in. Hashtag replay. Let me know what your certainty is anchored in. I am certain because of, or my certainty is anchored in because this thing that they keep saying to you over and over, it's uncertain, it's uncertain. That's enough to scare you. So define for yourself what it means if it's uncertain. Don't let the media define it for you. Don't ever let anybody else set your narrative for you. You define what it is for you so that you live by it. You understand it. We have our parameters, we have our little parameters that we're supposed to operate in. So now you get to decide which one of those you'll do or what you're going to do or what that's actually going to look like for you, for your family, and for the community, for other people. You have to think about other people, not just yourself. Have a great weekend. Have a great day. Bye for now.